Hi guys, welcome to Legit Wrestling. We are back, and this is the Smackdown review. And I've brought along a very, very good friend of mine who's going to be the co-host for the future of this show. Stuart, welcome, Stuart.
How you doing, Mark? How's things, mate?
Good, good. What do you make of the show?
I loved the show. It was really good coming off Money in the Bank. Obviously a lot of loose ends to tie up, but for the most part, I thought it was a really, really strong show.
Yeah.
Yourself, did you enjoy it?
A lot of controversy, a hell of a lot of segments surrounding the women this week, but it was a very, very good show. Some solid matches, no complaints.
Awesome.
So we'll dive straight into the first segment. The women are arguing outside. Of course, the four competitors, Natalia, Tamina, Charlotte and Becky Lynch, arguing outside Daniel Bryan's office. Out comes Daniel Bryan. He says he's going to have to listen to what Carmella and Ellsworth have to say first before he makes his decision. Pretty much a nothing segment there, Stuart.
It was, I fully expected it. As soon as I sat down to watch it, I thought, I bet you they open up with the four women backstage, and lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. It was what it was. It led into the next segment very well. I mean, Daniel Bryan he pretty much just shrugs him off and says, I'll hear what you all have got to say.
Yeah.
Natty then continues to moan as she would.
Yeah, it's very much it's ongoing throughout the whole night, and it's very much setting the pace and the tone for the rest of the evening. So straight into the next part, we've got Carmella coming out with Ellsworth.
I loved this segment.
It was quite good. I thought Carmella cut a pretty good promo.
I was sold on Carmella after this promo. I've not been a fan of her since she's come up for NXT, especially putting her with Ellsworth.
Yeah.
Absolute rat that is.
There's a lot of heat on Ellsworth at the minute, rather than Carmella, which is a shame because
I disagree. Well, before this segment there was, but the end of this segment the crowd were.
I would agree with that.
They were on top of her.
I'd agree with that. I think it's probably the most. The women are kind of the SmackDown women are so much higher than the Raw women at the minute, and I think the fans are really enjoying it. And it's
in terms of exposure.
Yeah, they're getting a lot more time, a hell of a lot. I mean, as I say, this show was really centered around them. GBL cracks that there's no rules broken. There's no rules in a Money in the Bank ladder match, which was pretty good from him. We know he's very controversial at the minute. James basically says to the crowd, and he drags out as well, "Give it up for Carmella!" Put that microphone down, pal. Come on.
One thing I picked up on as well, it was poor camera work and poor editing. James says, "Everybody on your feet," and then he pauses. Everyone boos, and then he repeats, "Everyone on their feet." As the camera cuts to the crowd, for everyone's already on their feet. It's like, oh, you're such an idiot.
Yeah.
Have a look around before you make such a ridiculous comment. Did you enjoy the fabulous era comment from Carmella?
I did. The era of Carmella. Yeah, it was very, very good. But she goes on. She addresses the elephant in the room. Says she doesn't care that Ellsworth got the briefcase for her. And
she made some really good comments about past Money in the Bank controversies.
She did.
She mentioned that obviously Kane had helped out Rollins in the 2014 match.
Yeah.
And she also brought up the fact that Bray Wyatt cost Roman Reigns his case in 2015. I found that very, very interesting, especially in terms of a cross-brand comment like that. I mean, obviously they don't usually speak about anything else out with their feud.
Yep.
It was nice and refreshing that she actually brought that up.
And she also said, how she's been overlooked and how she was the last pick on the SmackDown draft, which was also a very, very good point.
Didn't even realise.
Yeah, it was just one of those little points that you think to yourself, she's got something there.
Yeah.
She has a good pop at Charlotte. Did you see that? She says Charlotte's name. She's going through the women in the match, and she says Charlotte's name, and the crowd woo. And she goes, "Oh yeah, another thing she ripped off her father."
Yeah, she was she was tearing into her. And then did you also she ripped into the internet trolls? She get great heat for the crowd for that.
Yeah, but I thought she dealt with the crowd really well because the crowd were reacting to her, and she was reacting right back to them. And yeah, that's what got the heat on her eventually, because a lot of people, you've seen Charlotte in her early days, when the crowd were having pops at her, she kind of just went on and on with her lines. And
well, if you recall, when we went to the live event, it was a live Raw taping we went to in Glasgow last year. The crowd didn't give her an inch, mind that it was the Bailey thing.
Bailey chants, yeah. Hey Bailey.
That was tremendous. To see someone like Carmella deal with the crowd that well, where obviously back then Charlotte didn't deal with that well at all. She was having a go at the accent. She didn't really know what to do.
Yeah.
It was. I'm sold on Carmella after that.
Yeah, but I mean that's what the briefcase is meant to do, and already after 1 week, people are realising, you know, it gives them so much more power. Of course, at the end of the show, things are going to change, but we'll see how that unfolds in weeks to come.
Was it just the mic time that she was given? Is the kind of a difference that she's not great in the ring, but
I just think in general the crowd's reaction. I mean, you know, before she was just another part of the women's division, but now
it gave them something to invest in her.
Yeah.
Because before that, it was just a case of who's this girl that Ellsworth's with, and you were looking at him.
Yeah.
Because he's a weird looking dude.
Yeah, he got a few pelters on
In
through the show.
In terms of him being together with her, it's a bad move for her long term. I think she needs to drop him soon, because he's if you know what I mean, he's the wrong kind of heat magnet. He's just in the way.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really bring much, does he? Apart from being ugly, like,
yeah,
he doesn't bring much. He doesn't bring many mic skills. He's not good in the ring at all. I can remember the last time I had a match.
There was one thing that I loved, and it was his dollar attire. Did you see it? The dollar attire, amazing.
His attire's pretty.
I thought it tied in well with the Money in the Bank. Obviously, I don't recall. I need to look it back to see if Carmella wore that gear at Money in the Bank, but she was wearing the dollar signs as well, the kind of a dollar.
Yeah,
dollar
the
bills.
bills.
Fantastic. She had the loungewear on. It was smashing.
Yeah, but all in all,
I loved it. It
good
was
promo.
it was a proper passionate kind of my time promo. Done well. Opened the show well.
Wasn't too long.
Wasn't too long. No.
Yeah, good promo. So we continue to Daniel Bryan and Charlotte again. This segment's going to go on for quite some time with the whole women and Daniel Bryan. So
yeah, they could have maybe just had them all together.
Yeah,
and they've all
gave them all a moment, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Then they all kind of done it individually. A couple of things kind of stood out for me. I didn't realise Charlotte had a neck injury from last night. I don't recall.
Well,
I don't recall what the spot was.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they were just trying to sell the brutality of the match. So, like, you know, you've got an injury, selling the brutality of what they went through. Maybe not legit. You know?
I very much doubt it was legit, especially with neck injuries. If it was a neck injury, then she wouldn't have been on SmackDown. Absolutely.
And she also says, I think everybody said this actually, do the right thing was sort of the whole
that was the theme
concept.
Of the show.
Brian did actually point out during this promo, like, Carmella was right. You can't break any rules, and then, you know, obviously as the show unfolds, you think, well, why bother saying that if you're just going to go against it anyway? But again, a standard segment. There's nothing really too much to say about it. So before the ad break, they announced 3 matches. Jinder Mahal will face Luke Harper in the main event.
Couldn't believe Luke Harper was in the main event.
Yeah, he's been pretty much lost recently, but he's back in the main event scene. Big E takes on one of the Usos. I think it was Jimmy Uso.
Jim as they said on Talk Smack.
Big Jim Uso.
Yeah, Big Jim.
And we got a rematch from Backlash with Shinsuke Nakamura versus Dolph Ziggler. So we're back after the ad break, and the New Day will come out. Said they planned on having the titles around their waist, but the Usos were running out, and they plugged sort of the New Day's playpen. Say Big E is the warden, and they had a great line for the adult viewers. And he has a big nightstick, and he's not afraid to use it.
His facial expressions are amazing. It was what I wanted to talk to you about this as well. We found as well with the New Day that it kind of ended their run for the tag titles on Raw. They were becoming really, really stale, and it was the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Do you think that having them off TV, I mean, that was for a good couple of months, wasn't it?
Kofi was injured.
Yeah, Kofi's injured. But do you think
it refreshes them a little bit?
It does refresh them, but they're doing this exact same thing, but it feels new. Do you
yeah,
think so?
I mean, I think they keep plugging their usual stick. They've got their lines, and it sells the merchandise they're selling is up there with Cena. You know, so they're fantastic. I still enjoy watching them. I always have. I did think they were getting a little bit stale, and sometimes that's how you need a wee break. You know, and they've come back into a new roster. It's different seeing them on SmackDown. They're not getting as much mic time. If you remember on Raw, they were doing 20-minute promos.
They were getting the Triple H treatment, weren't they?
Yeah, so now they're getting, you know, little 5 minutes or 3 minutes before the match, and then into a match, and then that's it. You don't see them until next week.
Yeah,
which is a good thing, you know. I think that's what SmackDown's got overall. They're not overexposing anybody, you know. And there's quite a lot of people. The top boy Aiden English, he wasn't on SmackDown this week. And
we'll get to that later.
Oh yes. So into the match, and Big E has some beautiful belly-to-bellies. I must say his belly-to-bellies are pretty standard. Yeah. Samoan drop by Jimmy, which was also pretty good.
Did they not just call that a drop though?
Yeah, someone dropped to me. He rose away from the big end, and I think they try and do the walk away segment again.
Yeah.
But Kofi cuts off the Jey Uso who's on the outside.
It's a nice new thing that they kind of make reference to it as well. It's the trust fall that he's doing because he kind of he jumps up, he gets height, and then he just falls backward.
Yeah.
It's like it's an Adam Rose throwback, isn't it? So,
Yeah, it is that actually. No, it was very good when he did it at the pay per view. So I got a lot of height, and you could see his casual facial expression. I don't know if you've seen the replay; it was slow motion. It was just careless. I mean, letting them, they screw their faces up, they're waiting on the impact. But
yeah.
I mean, that's using the business for you. So Kofi cuts him off, gets back in the ring, big ending, 1, 2, 3.
It was a nice, it was a smashing end sequence because obviously Big E's went to grab Jimmy from the outside to go back in, and Jimmy's went for the big kick.
Super.
It was absolutely smashing. The transition into the big ending as well.
Yeah. I think he went for the super kick and he sort of got underneath and lifted him up. It was, it was pretty.
I think those two worked really, really well together. I thought it was a smashing match.
It's great.
That is generally a match that I would be skipping, but I'm glad I watched it. I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah, I mean the Usos are pretty standard workers. They're really good workers, and their mic work's come on leaps and bounds since they went to Smackdown and turned heel and stuff like that. Big E, I mean,
he's massive, isn't he?
Yeah, he is that.
He is some size of a lad.
Must wear a sports bra at the gym. He's got some chest on him, like. But I really enjoyed the match. Solid match. Solid Smackdown match.
Yep.
Yeah.
What about obviously we talked New Day there. Now you've been back and forward on the Usos. I recall the first couple of live events that we went to, you were all over the Usos. You were the biggest fan when they come down. That's why you went to the show to see them.
Yep.
The next couple after that, you kind of you fell away from them. How are you feeling in their new day one ish?
That's exactly what they needed. D1 is H, and it's exactly what they needed. They needed a reboot, and I think a lot of people do need that. And I know people say, Roman Reigns needs a heel turn, Dean Ambrose needs a heel turn. It's pretty standard to think somebody just needs a heel turn. I mean, there's other things you can change as well, but if you're going to hit a heel turn and do it well, like the Usos have, I think when it started, a lot of people were sort of, is this going to work? But they've really come out of their shell. Their promos have been pretty good. This whole sort of, I think it's weird because they're twins and they kind of bounce off each other so well when they talk, and they sort of follow each other up pretty quickly in lines, and I'm enjoying it.
I think I'd say to you as well, it was 2 weeks in a row and they'd done those two amazing promos. Now what was it? I think it was
the one when they came out in the crowd and sort of stood behind the barricade.
It was that one. That one caught your attention. The one that caught my attention was just before the pay per view. The first time they took on the Fashion Police, and it was at the how many days it was to the pay per view. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was like 4 days, 4 days, 4 days. So whatever Jimmy said, Jay would repeat it with that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
It really got me in. It's especially for the tag division. It's I mean it's kind of on leaps and bounds just now, but for a while when the brand split first happened, it was just dwindling.
Yeah.
Alpha weren't doing too well, but you happy with it? Happy with the shows just
now?
Yeah,
I'll take it. And I think we can see them dropping the belts pretty soon, but I think maybe SummerSlam.
You see them dropping the belts?
Yeah, I do see them.
Yeah, SummerSlam.
New Day will pick it up because they're the top selling tag team in terms of merchandise, and that's big for Vince. So, big money Mac. So, Daniel Bryan backstage again for the next segment, talking to Shane O'Mac on the phone. When Natalia and Tamina come in. This is a strange segment.
I hated it.
I did too. Natalia was like sucking right up Daniel Bryan, like
what I have word for word. Did you see how furious Tamina looked though? Well, she was like staring her evils.
That's what I like. I actually really like Tamina. I've always have done. I don't think she's a top woman, but I think she's good to have around. I think that's why she's been there so long.
I would take Nia Jax over Tamina.
Yeah, but she does. She fills a spot. She can work. Her mate shows they're not great, but she can talk. But I think
well, you say that. Did you see it? We'll get to this later on, obviously.
Yeah.
But in the segment in the ring.
I did.
Do you know what I'm going to say? She just repeated what Charlotte said.
I think everyone else was confused. I don't know if she forgot a line
or
Charlotte stole a line or something, but there was something wrong.
It was ridiculous.
There. We'll get to that. We'll talk about that when we get there. So I think Natalia says something like, "We've missed you, Daniel. How was your Father's Day?" She starts talking about her cats and how she feels like she's a mother to the cats and all this stuff. And Tamina just butts right in and pretty much says exactly what
Yeah, she just threatens Carmella.
Yeah.
Did you see the massive bruise in her arm though?
I did. That's a note I've got here. It's funny how Daniel Bryan mentions injuries for Charlotte and Natalia.
Yeah,
when
but she's
Tamina's got
legit.
absolute belter of a bruise on her arm. Again, nothing segment, but Daniel Bryan did promise he would have a result by the end of the night. So that sort
We're
of
actually getting somewhere.
we
now.
knew what was going on. It was kind of like Raw as well with the whole cast thing. Like, oh, we'll have a result by the end of the night.
Yeah.
It's very much. It was quite similar in a way, but also totally different controversy.
It's mirrored, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's nice to have that.
So we have Naomi backstage.
Yes.
An interview with, I didn't even catch the lady's name. I know it's Charlie Caruso over on Raw. I'm not calling name. We'll get that for next week.
The only thing that I took from this promo was, and I have it here. Naomi cuts a typical Black Lady promo. She was just doing the typical.
Yeah, the sort of Felicia. Yeah, it was good. I mean, it's pretty standard. I don't think she's special on the mic at all. She's just total white meat babyface.
It's good what she does though. Like,
I said it from day one though. She's a great worker.
She's good.
Fantastic, best athlete in the business, in my opinion.
In the business.
Not
Jesus.
And
I felt
WWE.
This lad AJ Styles is no bad athlete.
Ah.
I think.
Let me rephrase: the best female athlete in WWE.
Well, I'll say Charlotte, but you can have Naomi.
I say Charlotte's the best wrestler, but I wouldn't say she's the best athlete. But that's where we differ in
Well.
opinion, people. But again, talking about the Carmella and Ellsworth whole controversy about that. Says it's disappointing for the women's division, but she doesn't care about it because she's ready for whoever has the briefcase when that time comes around.
Lana ripped her apart. Like, for her glow gimmick, she absolutely tore it to bits. It was a proper kind of a cutthroat.
Yeah.
No interested in your glow, no interested in your nonsense, which was really.
She's always been very good in the night, hasn't she? She's always been a good heel.
Lana.
The only thing that I don't like is simply the Russian accent, because I've heard the American accent now and I can't look at her the same way.
I think she will drop that eventually.
Yeah, I thought she would have dropped it when they rebranded her. I thought that would have been a smart move to make, but
I think because they're still referring to it as ravishing.
Yeah.
Because that's what the theme song's called as well,
Yeah,
which is smashing.
which
Do you
very,
like
very
it?
good, yeah.
Absolutely.
And it is CFO Dollar who did it. It's the ones who've done
Yeah.
obviously Bobby Roode's and Shinsuke's and stuff like that. So
So they book the rematch for next week.
Naomi will go over again.
I think so. Where does Naomi go next though? Because obviously the other four women are kind of embroidered the Money in the Bank nonsense.
Yeah.
Did they maybe stretch this out to the next pay-per-view? Is it maybe a fuck finish?
That's going to be SummerSlam, which is no. It's not
no, there's one more.
What's
There is one more. Yeah, it's Battleground.
Battleground?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that going to Battleground.
Absolutely. I don't see why not. It lets the other lady sort out the Money in the Bank issue, and then we can see if we're going feud wise. What I did like was it was a Naomi quote, and it was, "Get out of my face before you get slapped back to Russia."
That I actually did write that down. I think I just bypassed it there. Oh, it's pretty. That's on a thin rope there, but it was good. It was it made it a little bit more personal as well. After that, we got a recap of Jinder and Randy Orton.
This was a sit-down interview with Phillips, wasn't it?
Yeah, it dives into that.
Yeah, you'll need to cover this. I had no interest in this.
It's pretty dry. Orton just basically says what we all knew. He lost control because he put his hands on the Singh brothers put his hands on his dad.
Did you like the reaction that Cowboy Bob Orton got at the pay-per-view?
More than anybody else.
I think I put him Ric Flair. I thought
Yeah.
that was brilliant.
Yeah, because Ric Flair's everywhere at the minute though, isn't he?
Yeah,
He does pop up now and again.
I do like that they finally took the cast off his arm. Smashing.
Yeah. And I think after that he just said Jinder's made it personal now, so I think we're going to lead to another match again at Battleground. Hopefully that's going to be the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, you know my thoughts on Orton. He's a very, very good wrestler, but his character is just so boring.
Yeah.
Even his special sit-down interviews, I kind of getting bored with Orton at the minute.
Yeah.
What I had taken note of was he was so upset that his father got attacked. Don't have him in the front row of pay-per-view.
Oh, it's pretty standard, isn't it? Like
fucking idiot.
I think it's just standard to follow with a feud that you have to add something in. And the Sign Brothers are always going to get involved, and then the whole. Obviously, I think from the start of the match, I didn't say anything to myself, but I knew that there was going to be some involvement with Bob. Whether it was just arguing with him to distract Randy or something. Yeah, pretty standard stuff.
Do you recall when Orton and Cena were feuding? I don't know which one do you mean?
Yeah.
It was the one where obviously Cena's dad is in the front row and Orton takes him over the barricade and punts him in the head. Smashing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It makes it more personal, doesn't it? And that's why Randy at the end of the show.
It definitely at least a third match.
Yeah.
My thoughts were Orton takes the belt back, getting into SummerSlam. I can see what they're doing with Jinder, but I don't think that getting into one of the big four that
he'll have the belt.
Yeah.
That's all I really have, apart from the awkward zoom at the end, which was a bit out.
It lasted for a lifetime.
Oh, I was looking at it, I'm like, why did they zoom in so much? And you could feel Orton like
he was like his face was shaking.
Yeah.
It was so awkward.
I don't know if it was like it was showing it was going on too long and he was getting a bit sort of.
It was trying to
almost nervous laugh, but
it was trying to show his Orton rage, wasn't it?
But there we go. Pretty standard segment. Backstage interviews are always good. Well, it's always enough to squeeze somebody on a show without actually having them on it.
Absolutely.
And it forwards the story. So next we have Dolph Ziggler versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
When I seen this, I thought to myself, again.
This was better than the Backlash match.
My opinion changed very, very quickly.
I genuinely have that written. It was better than the Backlash match, in my opinion. Backlash match I thought was too drawn out. I think it was too much Dolph getting a lot of offense in. This match was more 50-50. I mean, I would like to have seen Shinsuke get a little bit more, but at the same time, I think they both looked very good after it.
Yeah, I didn't particularly take any notes on the match because I was just so engrossed in it.
Yeah.
I took some notes during the intro, which I think you'll agree with me when I say. Now, when we go to live events, and it was the first time we'd seen Nakamura at the last one,
couple of months ago.
There was no atmosphere.
Nope.
And I'll tell you the problem. The camera panned to Nakamura doing his thing in the corner. His wee handshake that you love.
I love it.
And everybody around about him's got their phone up. Now, why do people think that they can do a better job than professional cameramen? Put your phone down and create an atmosphere.
This is the issue I had because, and this could go on for ages, but when I went to my first ever live event, I took so many pictures and videos because it's a live event. Yeah. But when you go to a TV event, it's already going to be on TV.
Exactly.
You do not need. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? When we went to Raw and Smackdown, we were like, take pictures of where we are.
Yes.
Take pictures of the staging of the ring.
Our images came from before the show because it was interesting to see them. Because it was Smackdown. We arrived super early. We were one of the first ones on the floor, and they were still setting up
the ring.
The ring and stuff like that, still cleaning round about for the night before, and it was just interesting to see. Obviously, Charles and Matt
sets up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a different kind of fan. I mean, there is casual fans out there who just want to take pictures of everything they go and see. I have no problem with people taking pictures of stuff.
But when you're in the front row on TV, you should be making as much noise as possible.
Absolutely. Don't get me wrong, I think Shinsuke's reaction was better than it has been in the last few while.
Is it because people are starting to know who he is?
Yeah. I think that was the issue when he first came up, because nobody knew who he was. And
obviously we'd seen him, I hadn't watched him a lot in Japan. I'd seen some stuff from him in Japan, obviously the big matches and stuff like that. Yeah. It's hard to get a hold of
New Japan stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Watched him to death in NXT from his first match with Sami Zayn.
Yeah. That's what we were sold on him from day one.
I think a lot of people, I think SmackDown still catered to the casual. Raw's more the hardcore. I know obviously your big guys that have come off the indies are on SmackDown, but it's still, you still see a lot more kids in the audience than you do in Raw.
I would agree with that.
That was what I clocked.
But there is pictures floating around the SmackDown this week, curling off the crowd again, and
I seen it.
I've really got to question how.
I couldn't believe it.
Because when we went to SmackDown, it was full, and at the same time, I mean, we went to a live event in April. May. When we went to the live event in May, there was a lot of empty seats up in the high.
Up the nosebleeds.
Yeah, but
the Hydro's 12,000.
Exactly. I mean, if you can't sell out for SmackDown,
and that's for a live event.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas a SmackDown taping,
I don't know if that's just because they come over here less. Maybe they have to.
Oh, absolutely. Obviously, we only get we two tours a year,
Yeah.
and then whatever NXT do, which I think they 2 a year now as well. They've done Download, and then they were in Aberdeen, weren't they?
Yeah,
'Cause
they've not done Glasgow since 2014, I don't think.
Oh, it was smashing, wasn't it? Oh, it was
Like
amazing.
one of the best shows I've been to. We're dragging on a little bit here, so we'll kind of...
Sorry, the point I was making was that reactions make stars.
Yeah.
And if you are busy looking at a wrestler through your phone, then you're not doing enough
Yeah.
to either pop or just make noise.
Yeah, if you can't enjoy something if you're not watching it,
Exactly.
you know, and that's what creates the atmosphere. If you're enjoying something, you're going to react to it.
And how can you record his entrance? It's Caesar inducing.
Yeah.
How can you record that kind of a strobe light? And it's something else. One thing that does bother me is that they still don't have the timing of his entrance down right.
I don't think.
from
Yeah.
NXT
I think
now.
his whole. See, when he was in the ring and does the thing off the rope and he
Yes,
ducks
now,
down.
that's
It's
meant
not
to-
in time.
No, it's
not.
meant to hit the drop of the music.
Yeah.
It's done in NXT. It's a nitpick, but it makes a difference.
Yeah, I think it does.
Right. You want to call this match then, because
I'll just hit you with some sort of a little run through a few things I've written down. It's pretty much a good bit of chain wrestling to start off with. Naka tries to go for an armbar. It's very, very good. Ziggler wriggles away.
that was a kind of a focal point of the match. He was trying to fight for
Yeah.
that armbar over
Cross
and
the
over again.
arm breaker, yeah. But he wriggled away
Cross arm
pretty
breaker,
well. Did you see the sort of dodge that Nakamura did in the ring? And then I think he went for a couple of kicks. Oh no, he walked back and he did a come on.
It was because he usually puts his head into the guy's
Yeah,
midriff
that's what he does. His
and
arm,
walks
waves his
away
arm.
and does the
Yeah.
come on. Yeah, that was lovely. I like that.
I think it's really good, and it's so much charisma. Everything just wants you. He just drags you in. It pops you. Even you're watching it at home.
It flows nicely,
Yeah.
especially with someone as dull as Ziggler.
So as I said, very back and forth match. It was a lot of reversals, a lot of sort of they read what each other did, which is great because you know they faced each other before, and it's good psychology. He starts wearing down Nakamura, sort of starts taking control, and Naka gets back up and he starts digging in these brutal knees, absolutely brutal knees. I've always said it since he did it. It looks genuinely like he's trying to kill the guy.
It does. I think it's obviously Nakamura has that MMA background, but he makes wrestling look like a fight.
Yeah.
He makes it look like a real fight.
I can see why Jim Cornette loves him. Like that's exactly what he does. He makes it look like he's legitimate trying to kill you. I think AJ Styles and Nakamura. I think that's what's so good about them because they both bring that to the table.
That wee tease at Money in the Bank was smashing.
Yeah.
See when they moved the ladder out the way and then just
The crowd, and I was sitting there like, oh my god,
Mhm.
like, oh my, this is what we want. So Kinshasa, he goes for the Kinshasa. Dolph Ziggler just kind of steps out of it, hits the Famouser, fantastic.
Who has a better Famouser? Is it Billy Gunn or is it Dolph Ziggler?
I think it's Ziggler.
Okay.
I think you can see Billy Gunn setting up to it, but Ziggler can just pull it out, and
He gets great height, doesn't he?
he does. He does indeed. They're kind of both similar and they're both bland as fuck.
Yeah, I'd give you that.
So after that, obviously got the kick out, and I think how to get a zigzag.
He kicked out the zigzag.
Yeah.
Nakamura did, which changed my opinion of the match. I thought it was just another SmackDown match. This is a blow-off match.
It was.
This is end of feud. I think personally, it just had that sort of feel to it.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that.
I think Ziggler goes for like a sleeper hold.
It was a kick in a clutch, like.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I
that's-
said.
I
'Cause
thought
they were calling it a sleeper, but he's had the
He had
legs
the legs
wrapped round.
wrapped.
Yeah.
he's got him in a kick in a clutch. Yeah.
But what I noticed with Shinsuke was, which is great psychology, and again, if you watch UFC or something, you would get this. He was trying to sink his arm in between
Seen that.
the arm and the neck,
Yep.
which was fantastic. Obviously, I noticed that because it's just a small detail, but it helped because he's stopping the momentum, he's stopping the pressure getting applied on the neck, which was great. I think after that we get up and we get a Kinshasa. I think it's just sort of a little bit of back and forth. And
Obviously, you get Nakamura's reverse exploder suplex.
Yeah. There was a cracking spot that I haven't written down, but I remember it. And I think Nakamura goes for like 3 kicks, and he catches Ziggler dodges the first 2, and he catches the third, and it looks like he just tried to punt his head
That
off.
was like the Inzaguri, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And he caught
but
him
it
with
was
the back
like-
leg. Yeah.
I think he absolutely got him. Like
Smashed him, yeah.
absolutely got him. Very good. I don't think I had to sell it when I talked, 'cause it must have hurt.
There was a couple as well. There was a very, very hard looking knee in the
Mhm.
corner that the camera angle that they had, it smashed into his jaw. It was
good match, great match.
I thought it was
well paced,
amazing.
Total a pay-per-view quality match.
It was. Big fan of Nakamura. Ziggler I can be hot and cold on.
Yeah, he can work.
What they done here was that was your main event right there. As I say, hopefully that's been the blow off, and Nakamura kind of goes on to feud with Owens for the US title.
Good.
That would be my thoughts.
Yep. Bring it on. So we've got Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan backstage. Daniel says, I think he compliments the Sunset Flip Powerbomb that he did off the top of the ladder at Money in the Bank, which was great. And then I think he says he's going to give him a match with Corbin next week. And then in walks Becky Lynch, who does exactly the same as every other woman has done, complains about Carmella winning and hopes that Daniel Bryan can do.
She was worse than Natalia.
I do not like her. I don't know if it's the accent.
I like Becky. She's a hell of a good wrestler. She's got excellent merchandise.
Yeah.
See the goggles that light up.
Yeah.
I love that. My problem came from as a babyface, you're just whining to the general manager.
Yeah.
And it built and built and built. And I don't know if you noticed this or not, but the camera zoomed into Becky, and it was as Daniel Bryan was gutting himself with laughter because he was having to listen to this nonsense again. And I was just thinking to myself, she hits out with a line. Obviously, I'm always so close to Daniel. What do I have to do? And I just thought to myself, if Daniel Bryan just said, "Well, just get good," and that would be then. I would got myself at Smackdown. I was just laughing to myself.
Yeah, I mean, as of this one, I got really bored of it. I think if I had one more, I would just have skipped it. But luckily, there was only 4 other women in the match, not 5. So yeah, we'll crack on.
I mentioned it at the start. They could have had this happen at the start.
Yeah, I think they should have done. But I mean, then you would have got. I mean, this Smackdown was full of content in terms of you couldn't squeeze a jobber match in. So I think that's how. Action-packed Smackdown's getting now.
So what you mean is you couldn't squeeze in an English match is what you mean?
Exactly. Unbelievable. This guy, he can hold a note for 20 seconds.
He's quality, isn't he?
Oh, he's great. So we get Kevin Owens, Shades of John Cena, the Open Challenge.
I tell you what, Kevin Owens, a couple of things I noticed with his entrance. He doesn't walk on his face. So, like, see when he's coming out, see on the obviously the
he
ramp,
goes round it.
He goes round his face.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Well, I noticed he did it in Money in the Bank, but he went under the ladder, and I thought that was sort of a deliberate thing.
Yeah.
But then I realised he did it, and I'm like, that's fantastic.
Yeah. As much as I like that, a bit too much red, white, and blue for my taste. I bet you love that.
I think the top is enough.
Yeah.
And the sort of, I think he's got writing on his shorts of that, but the actual arm tape and stuff like that, that's too much.
It's like red boot matches left wrist.
Yeah.
And left boot matches right.
It's pretty much like he's been made on WWE 2K17, isn't it? Like matching attire.
He's generally just missing a big bright red John Cena.
But I think it's because he's heel. He's just trying to rub it right in, because he's not American. So that's the whole face of America thing. He's just trying to really wind people up. Mm-hmm. But he still gets cheered for, which is great. Because I cheer for him every time we go.
I know. He's just, you want to boo him, but because he's so good at, you want him to boo him, you need to cheer him.
I think in the modern day, you cannot boo talent. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that seems to be the thing just now.
Yeah.
That's why I like Jinder.
Oh, aye.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. So AJ Styles comes out, doesn't he?
Yes.
Well, Owen says he doesn't have the briefcase because everybody has. They all conspired against him. They all teamed up to take him out. Fantastic heel stuff.
I thought Kevin Owens was going to win that case.
Yeah, you did.
That was my pick.
Yeah.
I thought it would have suited his character very, very well to hold that briefcase, as well as a US title. The kind of I'm the man round here.
Yeah.
But, well, my second choice won.
Yeah. So Styles comes out, says it's go time because he answered the Open Challenge, but Kevin Owens stated during the Open Challenge you have to be from Dayton, Ohio, and I think he's from Greensville, Georgia.
Georgia, yeah.
AJ Styles. So out comes Chad Gable to
I
answer.
couldn't believe it. American Alpha were back.
Brilliant.
But it was just
since he lost the title,
it was so empty though, because they both come out and then Jason Jordan just goes to the back. And like that.
Well, did he go at the back? I thought it was empty, but I never
no,
noticed them because I was writing so many notes.
Jason Jordan just said, "On you go, son." Away you go.
That's strange right enough. But
did you like Gable's mic time that he got?
Yeah, it's good to see him on the mic, but I don't think he's great.
I thought it was alright.
Yeah, I think it's comedy babyface. It reminds me a bit like Kurt Angle in terms of.
How many more comparisons can we make?
Well,
Kurt Angle with
you know what? I'm thinking what a stupid idea, but I think it was because he's a babyface and he's coming out and he's just being a bit daft and a bit quirky.
I loved it,
but it can work. That's the difference. The difference between having a comedy character and actually being able to work as well and being legit. And that's what he brings to the table. But the whole thing, I just moved here this morning. It's fantastic.
The address that he gave as well.
Yeah. He also, and I don't know if you noticed this, he put out this yesterday. Also, I moved back to Minnesota this morning, or wherever he lives, or Missouri, whatever. Fantastic stuff. Absolutely loved it. Well done.
I tell you what, the match wasn't bad either.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. But obviously, I think because we're just off the back of Shinsuke and Ziggler, it felt quick.
But not a kind of a...
Not a squash.
It wasn't a squash, it wasn't a death spot, it was what it was.
And Gable had like, he sort of, he could have it here, He never had like, oh my god, that's it done, and it was like a sort of, a 2 7/8.
I tell you what was an oh my god though, he's roll through German suplex.
Yes!
I couldn't believe that.
Kevin Owens is a heavy guy.
He's a big lad.
And Gable's, I understand he's strong, but he's pretty small in terms of height.
It's like
it was like a deadlift German suplex like for those who didn't see it. It
was like the low centre of gravity kind of thing, you know what I mean? He just got that core strength. Obviously he's done amateur wrestling at the Olympics and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Yeah. I thought I was squalling. I was totally bought into it. Yeah,
absolutely sweet. And he had a moonsault as well.
Did?
Which I don't think I've seen him do.
No.
Which was very, again, Kurt Angle-esque, wasn't it?
He's basically turning it's Kurt Angle.
Pretty much.
Obviously the comparisons are made to the world's greatest tag team, Shelton and Charlie Haas.
Of course.
That's kind of the obvious comparison there, but Chad.
I was too engrossed in the match that I ended up putting at the end of my notes. AJ was on commentary.
He was.
It was just he was there, but I almost forgot about it because I was getting engrossed. I really wanted to see this match because it was something different. It's something interesting to see Chad Gable work a singles match against the US champion Kevin Owens.
He done well.
He did really well.
I always feel that Chad had more of a character than what Jason has.
Jason is a great worker, but he's very much Apollo Crews, that he just kind of stands and smiles quite a lot. But then
he's got obviously when the straps come down, he's got that wee bit of intensity about him. But in terms of something,
I said there's a cross between Big E and Apollo Crews. Intensity, he's quite bland in character, but with Apollo Crews. But then he's got the intensity that Big E had when he was a singles competitor. Yeah. So, but when he throws down those straps, you just know he's going to start throwing people around.
That's fair. Yeah. Kevin Owens pop-up powerbomb.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. It came out of nowhere.
As it usually does.
I thought the match had another minute or two in it, but just when I seen him lining him up to throw him against the ropes, I thought, already, he wasn't going to miss that in a match like this.
Absolutely not. For me, that's one of those finishers that should always be protected. Nobody should be kicking out of that.
Yeah, I think there's so many power bombs these days and set out power bombs and stuff like that. I mean, imagine Batista come back to that is Batista bomb. No one's going to believe it because there's so many about nowadays. But the pop-up's good because it brings that extra bit of sort of, I'm spiking you down. The whole throw up, I'm bringing you straight back down. Good match. AJ, it looks like Kevin Owens got straight out of Dodge once the match was finished. So not really much of a back and forth between the two of them. I really enjoyed that AJ sort of rung the bell, and then Kevin Owens was like, "What are you doing? Mind your own business." And then he went out the ring, and then the referee rung the bell, and he turned around and was like, "What are you doing?" And then Gable comes up from behind and goes straight after him. Great stuff.
That's what I like about Kevin Owens. He's constantly like talking trash to people, and it's cool.
I mean, we've seen it at live events. He talks trash to.
Yeah, he got me done it.
For those, I'll just tell you the story. We were front row for a WWE live event, and Kevin Owens came out. He was wrestling Ryback. I suppose you could say wrestle Ryback.
It was Ryback at the time, wasn't it?
Yeah. And Kevin Owens does his usual stick, rolls straight out the ring as soon as the bell goes.
No, this was before the match.
Was it before the match?
Yeah.
And Stuart put his hand out for a high five, and Kevin Owens goes for the high five, swiped back, swiped his hair, and walked away. And Stuart has never liked him since.
It ruined my night.
It was good fun. It was good fun. Next up, Zach and Mojo Riley, the Hype Bros are back in town. Thank God, how long we have missed them. And they've been absolutely robbed of their title match because they're not getting it unless they beat the Usos next week. That's pretty much.
That set up a match for next week, didn't it?
Yeah. We've got a couple of matches being announced. We've got the Usos, of course, against
Hype Bros.
Hype Bros.
Yeah, that's the number one. Well, they become number one contenders, I presume, if they win that.
Yeah, and we've got number one contenders match. We've got a women's title match.
Yeah,
so
we've got the rematch, Lana and Naomi from Money in the Bank.
Exciting. I'll definitely tune in next week to catch some of that. I think straight after that
it was the Daniel Bryan in ring segment,
wasn't it?
Daniel
Bryan coming out. Crowd are always hot for Bryan, and even more so because he's been away for a while.
Did you like that he actually done his he done his top rope entrance?
Yeah.
And he was giving it. It looked great. The
Yeah.
cameras panned all the way back.
I was never that hot on it, but I think I've come more into it now.
You said that. You said you were not really.
I was never that hot on Daniel Bryan. I never have been. I'm probably going to lose viewers now.
But it wasn't the wrestling for you, wasn't it? It was pre.
Oh, it could absolutely work. It was just the whole yes chant thing for me.
But it was before he went into the authority storyline because you loved him after that.
Yeah. I was just never sold. I don't know what it was. I don't know if something put me off in his early days or something. I have no idea. You just have people like that who just you don't buy into. You know. So he comes out and I think he just invites all the women out to decide. I think he said like. The rulebook only says
separate entrances for them all. They must have been running short this week.
Yeah. We'd already seen a lot of them. I think they should just have brought them into the Smackdown theme, but that's just a nitpick.
I thought it would be a kind of a cut to break, and then they all are in the ring, and then Bryan comes out.
Now James Ellsworth gets a line in which I have quoted because I really enjoyed this because Daniel Bryan I thought was just going to go ham, but James Ellsworth said, "Oh, I see. Being a daddy to a little vegan hippie baby has made you all soft," and I'm like, "Oh, that's personal."
That was something else. Obviously, it's usually just nonsense. Ellsworth speak like he just kind of.
That was more brutal.
He mumbles into the mic.
That was more like being a legit heel rather than.
It was like he was getting more and more pissed off during the night.
Yeah.
That this was getting into question, and he kind of finally exploded.
Yep.
It was interesting. What was Bryan's response to that?
Bryan's response, it got right in his face, which the crowd immediately popped for. They loved the fact that Daniel Bryan even thought about getting physical with somebody. And then he said, "If you talk about my baby girl again, I'm going to punch you so hard in the face you won't be able to breathe," or something along those lines.
Brilliant.
I think he said he'll fire him as well. Then the women start arguing. They'll start delivering BS lines. I think Natty says to Charlotte, "Stop," or was it? Becky.
There was a wee chain, so Becky says to Carmella to stop talking, and then Natty says to Becky to stop talking, and then Charlotte,
I think she says to Becky, "Stop kissing up Daniel Bryan," or something.
Oh, sorry, that's what it was.
And I was like, you were doing that earlier. I don't know if that was a link to that. I don't know if that was a comedy sort of thing.
Absolute hypocrite, Natalia.
Yeah. So Charlotte says to Natty, "If you don't shut up, I'll make you look like Ellsworth." Mm-hmm. And then Tamina says to Charlotte something along the lines of, "If you don't be quiet, you'll end up looking like Ellsworth." It's the exact same line reworded.
It was literally 5 seconds later she said that, because the crowd reacted really, really well to Charlotte saying it, but then when Tamina said it,
I really looked confused.
It was like,
and I was like, she just said that.
Yes.
Like, bitch, please just get your own fucking line.
For me, that was just like, let's get this segment over with.
Because after our segment earlier, I really enjoyed the look she was giving Natalia and stuff, and I thought, so heel, so like, what are you doing? And then she comes out and cuts that line.
She's just plain, all in black.
That's it. She came in a black top and jeans, and everyone else was out in their ring attire.
Well, that is her ring attire.
Yeah, well, that's it though. But it looked like she was ready just to jump in the car and leave for the next town. It was like, it was all very confusing. But pretty much, Daniel Bryan says, "There's nothing in the rules says you can't do that, but I'm taking the briefcase anyway. There's a match next week."
Yeah, he said basically, we're in new kind of territory here.
Uncharted territory.
Yeah, uncharted territory. We've never had someone retrieve the briefcase and then just hand it to someone else.
Yeah.
Obviously referencing
someone who's not in the match.
What had been said earlier on about there being no rules.
Yeah, bit of a brawl, and then sort of Charlotte and Becky standing
Charlotte
there, and Carmella in the ring, which is pretty good.
Carmella's on her knees begging. She's near enough in tears. Which I loved, by the way. That was really, really good. Charlotte hits her natural selection, and Becky puts her into this armour and taps her out.
And the babyfaces just stand tall. The whole welcoming committee seems to be broke up, which is great.
Well, Natty and Tamina still seem to be together. obviously they've done their segments
Kinda,
together.
yeah.
They've done their segments together with Brian, but obviously everybody just hates Carmella now, heels and faces.
I can see Natalie turning face pretty soon.
I don't think it matters. She does the same thing, heel or face.
Well, you've got a point. She's just too likeable to be a heel. You know, nobody wants to boo Natalia.
I think it's overall lack of charisma, that's all.
Yeah, I think just the whole heart thing has followed her around, hasn't it? Like, she's a heart.
I mean, she's a great
That's
wrestler, but she's...
But the Hearts thing, you know, it's so long ago. Like, move on, and keeping her with that label is a bad thing, I think.
Maybe if Tyson Kidd was still about, it'd be different. But nah, it's
shame for Tyson. Don't think we'll see him back. Was the rumour, but I've never seen anything official about it, so who knows?
Main event.
Singh Brothers in the ramp, champion out first.
Can't believe it. Although, you know, it's the first thing. I'll always message you that as soon as it happens on a pay-per-view, I will say I can't believe Champion's out first again. Is it different with Mahal? Because obviously the Singhs introduce him, which is fine. They could still do that coming out last.
Yeah.
Which championship out last.
I think the pop's the same, first or last.
Is it because of what they do in the ring with the carpet that he comes out first?
Well, that's what I thought. His entrance is pretty immaculate now. Like, he's got the whole carpet. Well, I think it was actually the lava this week that rolled out.
It's like a red carpet. It's like a red royal carpet that comes out in the ramp.
Once he lifts the belt up, the whole scene in the background changes to like Taj Mahal, that sort of thing. Very, very good. I have noted that I really enjoy his entrance because I think it makes him look like a star.
I think it does as well.
Everyone says that, you know, he looks like a star, he looks like a champion, which is so true. But it shouldn't be the only reason you are champion, you know.
I had mentioned it to a colleague. It was a couple of weeks ago. It was when he was defending his belt. No, it wasn't. Sorry, it was when he was challenging Orton for the belt.
Yeah.
He came out and he looked like a monster.
Yeah.
He looked like a star. I thought to myself, you put that belt on him and he won't look out of place.
He just stands tall with the belt and holds it up, and it's just it's great.
Mahal's in the ring, and Luke Harper.
Wow.
Main event.
Main event babyface without a pop.
It's
probably more over than ever was because he got about 20 fans cheering for him, but he is good, but he doesn't really have anything other than he used to be a Wyatt.
It's because he still looks like a heel.
Yeah.
It's the same song that he used when he was a heel. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And it was a very heel-like song when it came out.
He doesn't talk because he doesn't talk. You know, he very rarely talks ever. So it's very much like we don't really know what he's thinking or what he's doing. It's
like he does the same antics. See the full.
He's on a face because he's wrestling a heel.
Yeah.
That's basically it, isn't it? Like, his character doesn't define him as a face whatsoever.
No, at all. That the kind of the thing it is. I don't get it.
So we get this match underway. Singh Brothers are ringside, of course. They have to be.
They are tiny compared to Jinder.
I think that's what works. I think because like there is.
Do they make him look bigger or does he make them look smaller?
Probably he makes him look because Randy Orton was just like throwing around like rag dolls.
He wants to kill them.
The one on the table looked bad. Did you see the one on the barricade? Was that this week or what?
No, it was Jinder. He put over the barricade.
So it was with a backdrop. And I'm like, oh man, dropped him hard there. Made the tailbone. But pretty standard match. Good pace for two sort of heavyweights. Harper goes for the sort of tope suicida, but Jinder pulls one of the Singh brothers across. I don't know what to any of their names.
No, I didn't realise they had separate names.
I think one's Salim or something like that.
Oh, right.
I just call them Singh brothers. I've never worked out. They used to be the Bollywood boys as well.
Singing song.
Singing song. We'll go for that, I think.
That's almost racist.
Casual.
Yeah. As soon as I seen it, I'm like, how's he going to catch Luke?
Yeah, and he didn't.
No, he didn't at all.
I said to you, if they pulled two of them over,
yeah,
and they may have a chance. But I think he was like too close to the apron, and Harper just went over him. You know.
Yeah. He gets great height on that.
Yeah, because I think he was trying to just drop, and Harper just went right over him, but he didn't land badly. It didn't look like
he rolled into the table.
It was safe enough. Because a big guy flying like that, you know, you can fall short, catch your feet in the ropes. It's happened, you know. Yeah. Remember Lita did it to Trish.
I always remember recently Big E. Obviously, he just used to tumble at them. Always used to land in his neck. I'm glad he doesn't do that anymore.
He still does he did it at Money in the Bank.
He doesn't do
it's not as mad.
He kind of tries to do a forward roll through the ropes.
Yeah. It's not like a big running side hug. It's kind of weird, but Jinder then jumps Harper with a flying knee at the back. I think kind of takes over there. Jinder begins to dominate. Wears Harper down. A nice butterfly suplex in there. Harper hits a senton. Now you've got a point on this bit when he's on the outside and he sort of.
Oh, I couldn't believe it. I had to actually rewatch that.
Yeah.
So Harper, he goes to the outside. He goes to climb the top. He's doing his thing with the crowd. He spits into the front row. Did you see this?
And the two women in the front row like
I could not believe it.
It did go far. It wasn't like he spat at the mat. He spat up into the crowd.
Upwards. You dirty bastard. He's meant to be a face and he's spitting in the crowd.
That's horrible. He maybe got chewed out after that, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't notice at the time. Also, you pointed it out to me, and I'm like, I better check this out because this is going to be something to make a point on, you know. Yeah, that was poor. But he hits the senton. He kind of goes over the top, hits the senton. He's a big guy. He lands. It looks like he lands. I don't know if it was the way he landed really high on Jinder's body. It looks like he landed right on his head. But Jinder didn't seem too affected by it, so I don't know if it's just sort of the illusion. Maybe the body took the brunt of the impact and he sort of touched his face as he went over. But it just looked like he landed on his head. Cause it is just a forward roll. There's nothing too dangerous in it. But yeah, it was a little bit of a sort of. Oh.
Yeah, the match was what it was. That instant with the crowd was obviously what I noted, and my favourite part of the match was obviously was Baron.
Yeah.
So Corbin's music hits.
Oh man, I popped like a badass.
Yeah.
I popped like a wee girl. Like.
the crowd was in it as well.
Yeah.
And he done. Oh, well, you see what he done. He come down, case in hand. He circles the ring, and he's just laughing at Jinder. He's saying, "Mate, I've got your number.
Yeah.
You keep an eye on this, son. I'm coming for you
Yeah.
at some point." Jinder sold it really well.
It was just the way he was laughing all the way through
Yeah.
it. Like Corbin, you know, he's so dry. When he cuts a promo.
He's just a badass.
Yeah, it's so dry. He just beats people up. That's what he does, and he seems to have no charisma. But this showed how charismatic he can be. He just out there. He was laughing his head off. He was really enjoying the fact that he had this power, this control of his own destiny, and the fact that he could just rob Jinder Mahal right now of the title if he wanted to.
And that's all it needed.
That's exactly what it needed.
It was message.
I said this to you from day one. Well, from the announcement of the Money in the Bank, and
day one-ish.
Day one was H. I said that, you know, whoever wins it, it really can push them. So that's why guys like Owens, Styles, and Shinsuke couldn't win it. It had to be somebody lower. It could only be Sami Zayn, who's a babyface, or Corbin being the heel. And I just seen the heel getting it, and I said, you know, if Corbin gets it, that's the missing piece to the puzzle. Hopefully, that's the missing piece.
Well,
to the puzzle.
it kind of ties in who we thought that Orton's going to take the belt back again at the SummerSlam.
Yeah, well, he's going to be a babyface, but also we said earlier on, John Cena's coming back. It could be him.
But
and Jinder, you know.
The thing with that is Corbin's one of these guys that he doesn't really do heels or faces. He's his own man. Like,
he just beats anybody else.
Yeah, which is what heels should be. They
the lone wolf. That's the concept. He just doesn't like anybody.
They shouldn't be teaming with other heels. They should just be. I hate everyone.
That's a point.
Which is what Corbin does.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll take it. He's come on really well in the last year. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, very very good. So we hit the.
Orton just destroys the things off outside.
Finishes is it the Colas they're calling it now? Jinder's finisher.
The Colossus.
The Colossus. Yeah. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Jinder wins. Pretty standard match. Harper got a lot of offense in, I thought, considering, you know.
I've skipped on to Orton.
Oh, it's alright. The match wasn't like the match wasn't much to talk about. That was pretty much.
It's a standard TV main event.
Yeah. It'll do.
It will do. Orton's music hits. How much more interference is Jinder going to take?
I mean, that tends to be the story, doesn't it? Like, Jinder has a match and then Orton comes out. He did it a couple of times now.
I'll take it. Absolutely destroys the things again.
Absolutely wrecks. Poor Jinder.
Did you see?
All he's getting is the wins at the minute, isn't he? Like, he's not winning in these brawls. He just wins the match at the end of it. Like.
Yeah. Did you see the worst RKO from the top rope?
I did. First off, I want to point out the DDTs off the barricade. the sort of double hangman DDT. I believe it
Was that because he backdrops Jinder kind of against the barricade and he kind of falls into Timekeeper's area, he just kind of falls out of view.
Yeah.
Orton drags him back, hits the vintage DDT if you will. So he RKO's Singh and then Song comes off the top rope and he it was like a neck breaker.
Yeah.
Looked terrible.
It generally looked like a stunner. I think he thought he fell short.
Yeah.
But then he actually had went long. It's just because he tried to take it on his knees. Because Orton does react quite late to these. He just sort of grabs you and pulls you down with a flash.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. But this was just like, I don't know what he did wrong. He took it on the knees and it did look more like
he took it the
awkward stunner.
It was a side.
It was just
it was like he rolled.
Yeah, he just didn't flat belly it, to be fair. Yeah,
and then Jinder scurries up the ramp holding the belt.
Orton stands tall.
Yeah. What did you think overall?
I thought it was a good show. I think Raw and SmackDown this week were very good. I'm not sure if that's because I didn't skip things like we normally do because we're actually starting to review them.
Yeah, that's true.
Because a lot of segments you see and you're like, oh, we'll just skip it. But then when you actually look in more detail, very, very good.
Well, tell us what you think. Did you enjoy Raw more or did you enjoy SmackDown more?
Yeah, put it in the comments. Thanks for listening and we'll be back next week.
I've been Stuart.
I've been Mark and this is Legit Wrestling. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe. We'll see you next week.